Hello everyone, thank you for coming to my channel. My name is Ariana Marche, and if you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you are back again, thank you for coming, girl. And if y'all haven't already, don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you can get a notification anytime I upload. We are back with another Divine Guidance video, and today's topic will be leveling up silently. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into this video. So for number one, you just simply talk too much. And a lot of us tend to do that because I used to be one of those people. Like, y'all, have you ever just sat up there, talk so much, and then you kind of just regretted it later, or just like vented to somebody about something kind of so personal, then you kind of look back and just be like, maybe I shouldn't have said that. And so it's like now people have something that they could use on you later, which I mean really be a little messed up, because when you really open up to somebody, you're really hoping that, they just hope that information dear to their heart, which they do, so that they could use it against you later. But sometimes we just simply talk just a little bit too much. Everything don't need to be told, like, period, point blank. You don't have to let people know your next move. Just show up and be who it is that you're trying to be. Just show up and be her once it's that time. You don't have to let anybody know anything. You don't have to walk around trying to prove anything or let anybody know, yeah, I'm making moves, I'm making moves. You'll hear people say that they making moves all the time, and 2-3 years later you still waiting on the move. Like, it ain't giving what it's supposed to give, like, at all. So just keep your mouth shut. All right. And number two, vultures are always watching you. People from your past, whether it's exes, friends, family members that you done cut off, whatever, people are always watching you, believe it or not, trying to find something to nitpick at and come like for the dead. If anybody knows what a vulture is, it's a bird that feeds off of the dead. So just imagine somebody going in your past, like, example, cancel culture. Perfect example. Cancel culture. They're always digging up celebrities' old dirt, stuff that they posted on social media 20, 30, 40 years before they was even famous, and it's just blowing up. Like, obviously they was in a different mind frame then when they posted that, said that, whatever the case, and y'all are trying to purposely dig up something that's dead. It's the past, a long time ago past, but y'all are bringing it up, feeding on it, everything, making it this big thing. That's what vultures do. Cancel culture, like, that just went hand in hand. So yes, like, people are always watching to be able to bring up your past, throw it in your face, and just trying to bring up the person that you're not no more. My old pastor used to say, used to be bees don't make honey, because they ain't where they used to be no more. It's the past. They not feeding and making that same honey no more. So why is this even a topic? You know what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't even be on your mind anymore. But that's what people will do, especially when you're at a point in life where you actually have grown from what you used to do, the things that you used to be, the type of things that you would let come out of your mouth. You wouldn't say those things anymore. And these people are typically like your seed killers, your dream killers. Like, they will kill your confidence early on before you even get to where it is that you're trying to go. These people will just completely disencourage you, and it'll work if you let it, but you have to be strong enough to know, like, hey, that's not me anymore. That's why it's important for you to just level up silently, develop yourself silently, so that you can really develop that confidence without anybody killing it in the process. So when that time do come, or if it does, because everybody don't really have to experience that, but for the most part, when people are changing and getting successful or whatever the case may be, that typically does happen. So whenever it does happen, You don't have to worry about it. You're not even really gonna pay it no mind. Like, that's why people are so infatuated with Beyonce. People will talk all day long, say whatever they need to say, bring up elevators, bring up whatever. And you see, she ain't gonna say nothing. Now, she may like address it cutely in a song or whatever and get her coin. But do y'all ever really see her give her energy to anything? No. Because she had developed herself behind the cameras. She built that confidence behind the camera. She's not on the internet and Instagram every day like, woo woo woo, look at me and I'm doing this. Yeah, you see, she just drops a surprise album. She don't talk about it. It's just there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to talk about it. Just do it, show up, and the people that get it is gonna get it. Period. So just develop yourself silently. Build your confidence silently so that you don't have to worry about people from your past trying to come back and tear you down before you get to where it is that you're trying to go. Number 3, take time to learn yourself and unlearn things of your past. You don't want to come out of, your separation season the same person, or having aspects of yourself that is the same before you went in. That's why it's important to be addressing insecurities and past friendships and relationships, because people like to act like friendship breakups don't hurt because they do. They definitely do. And especially for girls, we just like to toss female friends to the curb and just act like, okay, whatever. But unconsciously, that's still affecting you. And it's going to whenever you get into other friendships. It's the same way with the relationship. Everybody, and even if they do go into their healing season, they will never address what happened between friendships, just a relationship with a guy. Like, okay, cool, sis. Like, I just feel like anybody would do that because, yeah, we all want love and we want it healthily. But what about friendships? You know what I'm saying? Like, you still want to be able to have healthy friendships because, I mean, you may come out differently, but if you're still attracting the same type of friendships, it's still going to be detrimental to your character and all of the work that you done sat and put in, because they hurt still. That's going to affect you still, and you don't want that. So you need to be addressing everything. You don't want to come out the same person at all. You want to truly take your personal development serious. So that's like recognizing your triggers or anything that used to, piss you off, especially if you're somebody that either gets mad fast, or when you do get angry, you're a fighter or you're a cusser. Like, you don't want to come out being that same person. You want to make all of that type of energy expensive for people to get. Like, you want to make sure it's so expensive that nobody can afford it at all, period. You don't want to be doing that, because if people see like, oh, okay, if I could say this still and she gonna fly off the handle, like, did you really change? And I mean, don't get me wrong, because yes, we human, stuff do hurt. People like to say words don't hurt. Sometimes, yes, they do, because they can stick more than anything that anybody did to you, because words can kind of replay. You may forget like a situation, but then words kind of do stick with you. Like, words really do pierce the soul, for real. I don't care what nobody say, they do. You want to make sure that you're not still giving the same reactions to things and to people at all. It's really just the process of learning things and unlearning certain things, because if you come out the same person mentally and your actions will show up with it, your whole process is going to be in vain. It's not even no point of you doing it if you're still going to be doing the same things that you did in the past. And yes, granted, it does take time to be able to exercise, because when you ask God to level you up or to give you patience, you're going to get situations that's going to test your patience, and you have to be on the lookout for them so that you can know, hey, okay, this is the time to be able to exercise that. It's not going to be no point of you going through this whole process just to be doing the exact same things that you did. So Really take the time to learn yourself, your new self, and unlearn your old self. Number 4, become a mystery. Give yourself an aura of mystery once you become who you want to be. 9 times out of 10, a lot of us were oversharers, always on social media telling our business to people that didn't need to know it. We were just overly sharing everything. Like, some stuff you just need to learn to keep to yourself. When you come out of here, you should be a whole new person that even the people from your past should not be able to recognize you. And even if they do try to come back and approach you to be in your life again, they should have a whole new approach because of the work that you've done on yourself. They're going to be able to tell, especially if you have truly done the work. If you haven't and they come back and they still doing the same stuff and you really allowing it, did you really, like, something is off there? Like, okay, you got all the other pieces to the puzzle, but it's like this one little piece, because if they're able to come back, still do the same things or whatever, again, that whole process was in vain, which at that point, when you level up, you shouldn't even be wanting to fool with people from the past. Like, if we just gonna keep it honest. But sometimes, I don't know if you are one of those people and you do believe in, giving second and third chances. Okay, cool. But if that is the case, make sure that you laying down the law. If you are going to let these people come back, make sure that you are truly laying down the law. You're not letting nothing slide. Give them the grace to learn who you are, but don't let stuff slide. And that's really kind of a hard thing to do, because once you let people play with you, already they're gonna always be expecting that version. Like, y'all remember how I told y'all in one of my other videos where I had a friend who used to do crazy little stupid stuff, and we ended up not talking for a while. I did a little bit of work, but not so much work. I didn't really just address everything. So when she came back, she was slightly doing more of the same things. But once I put my foot down, because I did give her that grace period to be like, hey, don't do this. I don't like that. People will tend to do it again. So that's why I'm really not as big into taking people back, because they only know you for what you've allowed them to do. So that's who they're always going to be expecting. And once you put your foot down, they're going to go ghost, and they're going to paint the picture like you were the bad guy. You did XYZ once you don't let them use you or play with you no more. So if you are going to do that, sis, just be careful. I'm just here to guide you, give you a little advice, but you still got to be smart enough to make decisions on your own. So like I said, if you're going to do it, just make sure that you're laying down the law. And as far as when new people come around, you can think of it like this. So if we're in school and you take a test, it's not an open book test. So you take the test, let's say you failed it. Okay, cool. Now the teacher grades it, gives you back where you messed up at, your answers or whatnot. She gives you time to look over it, kind of write it down, take a few notes, whatnot, and then you get a chance to take the test again, so that this time that you passed it, because on the last one, you got all the answers, you know where you went wrong, you looked over it, you studied it, got a chance to take a few notes, and then you go back and take it again, and now you pass it because you learned from your past mistakes. Did that make sense? Like, do y'all get where I'm coming from? So that's the whole importance of that. So when the new people come around or come into your life, as you come out of your season of separation, and it's time for you to start getting into relationships, with friends and, a relationship with the opposite sex, you know what to do and what not to do, what to allow and what not to allow, when to speak up and when to just fall back. It's like you have a clean slate to really lay down the law, because at the end of the day, these are new people. They're just now meeting you. So what you put in place from day one, they don't have no choice but to follow. So if you're still operating in your past, they're going to have the tendencies of people from your past. You're going to attract what you are. You're going to attract your mindset at whatever moment that you're in. That's exactly what you're going to attract. So if you still have like, okay, small little insecurities here and there, you're gonna attract people that's gonna play on that here and there. But if you just take the time to become fully whole, so that you know, okay, you know, I don't like this, you're gonna give people the grace. You're gonna tell them like, hey, don't do this, and if they do it again, that's it. But you're going to be whole enough to at least give them that chance, because we are human. We are not perfect. People are only going to treat you how you show them that you want to be treated. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like that test. Yeah, you failed it the first time, and that's completely okay. But make sure that the second time around, you're getting it right. Don't be taking the test over and over. Life is going to keep throwing you the same test over and over until you get it. Until you get it. And the worst thing is you keep failing the test, and now you're held back. So when you don't get life lessons, it's like you're repeating the same grade over and over. You're not gonna go nowhere until you get it. So please, sis, get it. If you failed the first time, that is okay. Don't be mad. Don't beat yourself up over what you allowed in the past. It's okay. Just take the time to look back over it, see where you went wrong at, and correct it for the next go round, so that when life starts throwing these tests at you again, because you failed it the first time and you have to retake it, make sure that you get it correct this time. Look over your last test. Look at your old answers and actually study it and see why you got it wrong. We could blame anything all day. You could blame the teachers, aka your parents. You could blame the teachers, aka your friends. You could blame the teachers, aka that man. You could blame the teachers, aka your boss at the job. But at the end of the day, for one, you're the common denominator and you are the test taker. They were there to teach you a lesson. So how you answer the questions or whatever it is that you do with it, that's on you. So we have to get out of the habit of trying to blame people, or you're the common denominator. It's your life. You choose what you allow and what you don't allow. So please, sis, get it together and do not fail the test this time. But we're going to wrap this video up. I hope that this really helped y'all on leveling up silently. And don't forget, I'm going to always stress to y'all in each one of my videos of doing the work. You're going to run into the same problems unless you do the inner work. And that ain't just getting up and looking good. When people call themselves trying to level up, they only focus on looking good. Okay, you're going to be a cute idiot, a cute little dummy. You know what I'm saying? Like, a cute little toxic, mentally messed up person, and you don't want to be that girl. Be somebody that has something to offer mentally. Don't just glow up and look beautiful. Be smart as well. Like, actually bring something to the table. Actually have some type of substance, okay, sis? So don't just focus on glowing up and looking pretty. Actually do the inner work, things that's actually going to help you develop yourself and your character and develop skill sets that you're going to have to bring to the world, or introducing the world to your gift. Do stuff like that, okay? You can look good all day, but it's not going to do you no good if you pretty and still attracting toxicity. Okay, sis? So that's just something for y'all to think about. All right, so I hope y'all enjoyed this one, and I'll see y'all on the next video. And again, if you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you back again, I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.